active Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. Welcome to your 8-card draw. What do I need read? Shadow read for this full moon in Aries to new moon in Scorpio, October 2022. I'm your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short. They're my initials. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, 24 years in service at the time of this recording. I am the author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, available on Kindle. There's a link in the description box. You can preview it for free, which is kind of cool. And I'm a creator on Patreon, patreon.com/Drawing the Circle, a lovely subscription service for us creative types. You can set your own levels, name your subscribers, give them different benefits. They get to donate, subscribe through the subscriptions to you once a month. It's really quite amazing for a Virgo in service. I am a mystical artist, a spiritual teacher, a healer, a blah, 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 blah. But I'm loving it there. I live stream every morning with an unlisted YouTube live stream link, so my patrons chat with me. All levels get to do that. They all levels also get all of the extended readings, the part 2s readings to the part 1s here on YouTube. Otherwise, it's Vimeo on demand. If you want to get those, all of them get them as part of their subscription. They get advanced content. They get exclusive content. As a matter of fact, we're starting to do recorded Zoom classes there for all subscribers. So really having a field day over there. Go check it out if you will. Come Patreon on Patreon with the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, that it's so much easier to just call Mal. Hi, hey, Virgo power. Hi, hi, hi. Oh, my mutable earthers. I've got 4 planets in Virgo, second house. Jupiter conjunct my sun, right? We'll talk about Uranus some other time. So very, very happy to serve the servants of the zodiac. 6th housers, health and occupation, all sorts of good stuff in there. So let's get down to business, shall we? If you are new to the channel, an 8-card draw is just 1 card from 8 different decks, getting clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline. I do the 8-card draws. Used to be 7. We added a new deck for the waning moon, the lunar cycle, half the lunar cycle, from full to new, and let's take a look at that. The full moon in Aries, Sunday, October 9th, 4:55 a.m. Eastern Time. I am in New York. And then it is the 2 weeks following of letting go, releasing, waning, shrinking, doing in the language of spiritual alchemy, the alchemy of lead to gold, lead having 3 more atoms than gold on the periodic table. So waning them, releasing them, forgiving them, transforming them, and doing the shadow work if that's your gig. And there are some really good links in the description box for videos, good introductions to mirror work and shadow work and stuff like that, because I think, it's free, right? Go click a link and see what resonates. Clearing the path to the new moon in Scorpio on Tuesday, October 25th, 6:49 a.m. So they're both early mornings, at least here on the East Coast of the United States. So in this time zone. So, I love that I can wake up on a Tuesday and do some Scorpio magic. That sounds like fun to stir it into my coffee or something. So look, it's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs, because Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs can have very different takes on the same situation, as well as they might have 4 different areas of your life that you need to release in, right? That's what the cycle is kind of guiding you to do. You can delay it, but you can't prevent it. And cross watchers, if you apply this information to yourself, you will heal, you will wane, you will do as required. Melchior, my youngest son, hi baby kitty, sit down, lay down. If we're getting feline intervention, by the way, there is a thunderstorm going on right now. I think I even saw some lightning before, so the cats are like all wide the F awake. But if you do this, you will heal yourself, cross watchers, working it to the best of your ability, which means you will also holographically be helping the Virgo you are cross-watching for, as well as the entire Virgo collective, because that's how unity works, apparently. Been diving back into Ho'oponopono, so if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Clean, erase, erase, dewdrop, dewdrop. Other than that, both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath, if you will. I will do the best that I can to help you do the shadow work, because then we are healing. I'm a Virgo sun sign. We will be helping to heal the collective. What better service can we do than best by serving ourselves and our own healing first? Yeah. Please take a nice deep breath. It was a good one. Yay. Still point. Using the Caroline Myss archetype deck, that's MYSS, she's a PhD. I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine. The angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters of the general assembly, the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, the spirit animals and totems, Lord Ganesh himself, as well as the delegates of the pantheons from all pantheons, all traditions, lineages, and cultures. What is the dominant 8th chakra archetype? Hovering over the crown chakra of the Virgo collective, sun, moon, rising, and or Venus signs. Watching this video, receiving this reading, setting the tone, sending down the codes for all of the chakras underneath it, what they attract, what they repel, so that they have the free will to not delay what cannot be prevented in terms of their soul's development, their healing, their sacred contracts, their soul contracts. This full to new October 2022, the Trickster. Oh, we never get the Trickster. It's always like Gemini and Sagittarius. I'm so glad we got the Trickster. I have a nice relationship with the Trickster archetype, because there's a Trickster god in every pantheon pretty much throughout time, right? Hermes was a lot of them in different faces, but Loki, Coyote, so the Trickster, and it is I love this. The Trickster is part of the action family archetype. Believe it or not. You'd think it was wild card. There are 9 different families. The shadow indicates the shadow work, the light, what you're shooting for, the lead, the gold, which means in this lead there is hidden gold. And our last card down, the Blessed Bee deck by Lucy Cavendish, we're gonna get a blessing to give a little clarity to that gold. So you can have an archetype, a reason, a season, or a lifetime. You could be dealing with somebody who has this archetype for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. That's a general read for you. If you want a private read, we'll talk about it at the end. The shadow attribute, manipulating others through duplicity. Lying, essentially, right? Two-faced, the whole 9 yards. Flip a coin, two-face. The light attribute, transcending convention, stuffiness, and predictable behavior. Well, how dare you? I feel naked. The Trickster, it's a fun archetype in its light. It's a nightmare in its shadow. So, let's just say we're off to the races. On that one, my Virgs. Oh my God, my Virgins. Well, how dare you say that to me in mixed company? Let's get the next 4 chakras down. The internal energy, the feminine energy, the yin dynamic, the goddess, whatever you want to call. Second level of power, spiritual power, mental power, willpower, choice decisions, spit, swallow, chew, or cough it up. That is probably throat chakra dominant, we'll see. And emotional power. But bottom line, throat chakra, it's our choice to either do this work or not, right? Do the healing or not. Let go and surrender, or be dragged along with the current of the river. Please take a nice deep breath. Now that I know we got the Trickster on the table, I am both up for this and down for this. Still point. As I call upon my goddesses of Earth, the sign of Virgo, powers of the North, please, beloved one, what does the Virgo collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign need to be aware of? So what do I need? Shadow read. What do we need to be aware of inside heart, throat, third eye, crown dynamic, feminine energy, where the shadow work begins if we opt to, if we will to, if we choose to do so. What do we need to be aware of to alchemize this Trickster archetype, this full to new? Oh boy, October 2022, 4 of Blades, 4 of Swords. In this deck, the key word is deception. Let's see, manipulating others through duplicity. All right, so duplicity and deception, not exactly the same thing, but they're very related, right? Probably fraternal twins, right, if not identical. So I know it looks like the Two of Swords traditional tarot, but there are two crossed under her. Still sitting on that bench, though, blindfolded, you know, just waiting for Godot. I was waiting for Gal Gadot for decades, apparently. Nothing to be done. So this is a card, sure, of mental rest and mental healing, but we're talking third eye and Virgos. We are ruled by Mercury. Third eye, third eye, third eye. Mercury, Hermes, the Trickster. It's now direct and going into Libra at the time of this recording. So this waning cycle might very much be about breaking chains of illusion and setting all things to right, revealing what has half been hidden and bringing the truth to light, right? Break chains of illusion and set all things to right, reveal what has been hidden and bring the truth to light by going within where we deceive ourselves. You know, sometimes that's just ancestral patterning and behavioring and conditioning that we got from society and this life and who knows where else. So to transcend that stuffy behavior, right, might be part of that. Transcending convention, stuffiness, and predictable behavior, right? So to really step out of the box, and sometimes the divine will trick us that way, right? Will trick us into something like how many times of the worst things ended up being really, really beneficial and at least helpful towards way better things, right? It sucks, I know. I'm well aware the suckitude of that. But it is a shadow read. That's why I try and keep my vibe high. I try and keep it, maybe if it's not funny ho-ho, it's maybe funny ha-ha. Let's get the lower three chakras, the mythic tarot, the masculine energy, relationships in the world, first level of power, yang dynamic, root chakra, your relationships with other people, plural. From your ancestry to your neighborhood, just all of that. Second chakra, one-on-one relationships to another person individually or thing, money, sex, power, creativity, second chakra vibe. Solar plexus, your relationship to yourself in the world, your self-esteem as a verb, your boundaries, your honor code, what you will, what you won't, what you do, what you don't, your gut intuition. And with this on the inner, I can't tell if you're being deceived. I doubt you're being deceiving, but you could be deceiving yourself, believing something that might have a trick involved. Makes sense. So let's see what hits the table. Breathe. The plot thickens. Still point. Yes, indeed. I call to my gods of earth, sign of Virgo, powers of the north, please. What's going on here? What is the Virgo collective, sun, moon, rising, Venus signs and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading need to know about the lower three chakra dynamics? Inside out, looking at the Virgo on the inside, well, outside in, looking at the Virgo, you know what I mean? Looking at them or them looking at someone else. Often it's both. I can feel there's, I want to say frenetic, but there's definitely a mutable earth kind of movement here. What's going on we need to be aware of to help alchemize this trickster. With the Four of Blades, which can also be a card of focus and meditation, this full to new October 2022, High Priestess, good, we ain't talking about it. When it's a major arcana card in a reading like this, where there's only two tarot decks, right, one card each, this is all three lower chakras. It's the Virgin. It's Persephone Underground, Our Lady of the Underground. Thank you, Magician Season 1. Made me cry my eyes out when I heard that the best way possible. She's no longer the Maiden of Spring or the Lady of Summer. She is Queen of the Underworld. And if you can see the dark pillar on one side and the light on the other, and then pull back and look at them, well, yeah, work, right? This is about being the middle pillar. Look that up. This is about secrets. This is about hidden knowledge, and this is about deep lower three chakra intuition. Look, Virgos, regardless of planetary placement, the second chakra is a really strong sacral voice for us. It will go, or, and I'm not kidding. I teach this stuff all the time. I learned this decades ago. Now, I don't use it with everything in my life, but you kind of do it if you pay attention with menus, right? You know, you say, what do I think I have? What do I feel like having? And the second chakra will go, right? We'll do that with people, right? We'll do it with one-on-one situations, even sometimes down to it. Do I want to turn left or I want to turn right? But ask them individually, right? So this is great. And this is also truly in Virgo style. I'm not saying nothing. Oh, I'll just listen at you. I'll just point silence at you. Such a Virgo thing. It's very Terry Pratchett, Nanny Ogg as well, who's not exactly a virgin, but let's move on. So I like the chakras there. It's just, what's this about? A general read, it could be anything. It could be something that appears true, but just isn't. The sun does not rise in the east and set in the west. If a planet turns on an axis, boom. Right? It's like there's truth, and then there's what appears true. Let's get a mantra. A Matt Kahn healing mantra deck here, particularly with the Trickster on the table. I'm wary. A Matt Kahn healing mantra to help align this, bring it together. Nothing like a mantra to occupy the Virgo mind instead of overthinking. To bring this into alignment and do whatever shadow work is needed. Please take a nice deep breath. It's a service to all humanity and all of life on planet Earth. Still point. Yeah, there you are. I'm going to call upon the Ascended Masters of the General Assembly, for although this could be the Ascended Masters of Action, because it is an action family archetype still. General Assembly, this is way too general. Please, one card, in clarity, the perfect healing mantra for the Virgo collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading to help them alchemize the lead to gold, the shadow light, the pain to peace, and the Trickster archetype in the 8th. 4 of Blades, whether the deception is there or not, we're going to play with that, because there is the High Priestess in the lower 3 chakras here, so maybe they're thinking about just kind of keeping quiet and not letting on what the trick is or what they know about it. But please, regardless, the perfect healing mantra for the Virgo collective to get this alchemy done. This full to new October 2022. Opening my mind, no way I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas. Get out of town. Really? Gee, did we get some false information along the way and calculated it into our plans and our schematas as Virgos? Maybe we made a flow chart. It's possible. A pie chart. It's very possible. At least an Excel spreadsheet, right? At least, right? Google, whatever. We need to see beyond our beliefs and our ideas. But the key to this mantra is I allow. I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas. I'm going to take off that blindfold, because there is deeper secret. Now look, let's be clear, let's be fair about this. If this is not you from the outside looking in, then maybe there is somebody who knows shit and they ain't talking about it. I mean, that's a very, very low voltage interpretation, but I can't deny that it's on the table. So let me read you from Matt Kahn's bookie book here, Opening My Mind. Because we can. I mean, particularly we can overanalyze the details so much that we're very, very sure we've crossed the T's, we've dotted the I's, we made sure the punctuation and the grammar is accurate, right? And still, to see beyond that, tricky. I allow myself to see, that's the word, I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas. When your mind opens, you're no longer limited by fearful beliefs or at odds with your own healing journey. Well, that's good. With an open mind, you are aware of a bigger cosmic picture where your personal life ushers in your highest potential by uplifting the consciousness of humanity. This is exactly what shadow work is for. We are all one. One unified field, whatever you want to call it, quantum, timey, whatever, wibbly wobbly, right? Don't make me do math. But this is the thing. As we take our healing journey, we're helping all of humanity. As your mind opens, life is not just centered around your personal gains and losses, but shining your light for the well-being of all, wherever you happen to be. And by the way, that light doesn't mean this. No. It means your truth, your authenticity. You're like, no, this really sucks, and I don't know what it's about, but I'm willing to be shown. Right? I'm willing to, in this case, I would think, transcend convention, do this differently, don't crack up, bend my brain, see both sides, throw off my mental chains. Ooh, ooh, ooh. This mantra, it's Ascended Master Howard Jones, this mantra is ideal for ending the inner negotiation with the ego, which is saying, well, instead of doing that, well, what if I did that? Maybe I'll do a little energy tapping. I'm about like anything to deny what life is asking of us, which Virgos can do on a microscopic level. Unraveling self-sabotage and confronting the inevitability of loss, because all that rises falls. Apparently there are other worlds that are not like this, but not this one. not a third and fourth dimensional planet, still immersed in the illusion of separation, but we're anchoring the fifth every day by doing shadow work, so stick to it. A trickster, opening their mind. Let's see what to. Let's ask the higher selves of all involved if this is a single venture for you in whatever way, shape, or form. It's just your higher self. If it's anybody else involved in this, two or more, their higher selves are involved in the drawing of this card, because it's all about helping and healing. Breathe. Whispers of Love Oracle. Still point. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved, fifth dimension and above, eighth chakra and above, what is the whisper of love for the Virgo collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading, the information, inspiration, insight they need from the higher self collective to alchemize this trickster in the eighth. Four blades on the inner, high priestess on the outer, opening their mind, allowing themselves to see beyond their beliefs and ideas. This full to new October 2022. The only thing that is real is love. What is love, anyway? Does anybody really love anybody, anyway? Good God, I'm stuck in an 80s playlist. Shift your focus from the problem back to love. And that, my darling, is shadow work, oddly enough, that you face the fear with love. You embrace the shadow, right? It's ancient, it's shamanic, it's the hero's journey. Carl Jung, white courtesy telephone. I mean, it's always been. This is something that obviously, if we can loosen up, open up the mind here and see things differently, perhaps with a deeper sense of intuition inside of us, knowing that there are things we don't see here. For me, I began and ended my book, Words of Grace, with the grace of humility, the maiden grace, the virgin grace. Grant me the maiden grace of humility to know that I do not know, but I am willing to be shown. And it's a gateway grace. It opens the way to other graces that you don't even need to know the name of, but because you're willing, throat chakra, you're willing to be shown, it opens that up. Because how are you supposed to know if you don't know? Right? It's not, we've been, but Virgos, whew, maybe seconded only by Capricorns at being bad at that. Being really, really good at that, I mean. Yeah. Let's keep going. The spirit animals and totems, because you've got them, everybody's got them. They're not the same thing, spirit animal and totem, but it's a confusing language regardless. So to know that these beings are with us always, and to call upon them, because they're there. Please take a nice deep breath. Nice deep breath. All right, this came through in another reading. The difference between a spirit animal and a totem, in my experience, and the way I learned it and the way I teach it. So Lassie from the TV show, the dog, there are a bunch of different Lassies. So those are the spirit animals of the individual Lassies. Then there's the totem of the dog. There, that's that's different. That's a good way to see it. Breathe. I'm having fun with this. Still point. I'm transcending stuffy behavior. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the spirit, animals, and totems, the animal kingdom for the Virgo collective, sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video and receiving this reading, please, who walks with them, who swims with them, who crawls with them, who flies with them, giving them the support, the protection, the love, the wisdom, the power, the healing, the guidance, the grace, and an oracle message from the Divine Animals Oracle by Stacy DeMarco to help them alchemize this trickster in the 8th, deception in the 3rd eye, I'm going to say 3rd eye on the inner, high priestess on the outer, opening the mind, which makes a hell of a lot of sense. Because the only thing that's real is love. That's a real unity consciousness statement, but to shift their focus back, who's helping them do that? Who walks, flies, swims, crawls with them? This full to new October 2022. I'm coming, Elizabeth. It's the Red Fox card. I love it. The Red Foxes, strategy. I'm getting very Inuyasha vibe off of this. Wasn't that Naruto too? They did like that Red Fox. Grady, you dummy. Card, I grew up on that. Card number 3. It's a magic number. De La Soul. Where are we? Here we go. I'm just going to read you the first part and pretty much the last part of the verbal description and the magic application. Breathe. Card number 3, Red Fox. Strategy is the key word. Work through a strategy to get what you want. This is a time of transformation, so do not hide what you really are. That's interesting. Be a part of nature, not apart from nature. Be patient. Your opportunity will come. Oh, well, you see, now that speaks to me of the high priestess. She's like, no, I'll just sit here, knowing what I know. It's very Virgo. My legs are crossed under the table, by the way. The magic. If you need some... Right? Did I ship this? Oh no. If you need some prosperity in your life, interesting. Persephone, the Roman name is Proserpina. So prosperity. If you need some prosperity in your life, or you are wishing for a more connected relationship to the world on any level, Inari Okami, this is the fox spirit, may be able to give you a strategy to exist. As the Inari and their Kitsumi is a living tradition, you can use modern Shinto ways, it's Japanese, to honor them. And if you are lucky enough, you can visit one of the Kitsune, K-I-T-S-U-N-E, temples in Japan. Fox magic is transformative, and foxes can help you find the best way to get through any puzzling or different situations. Why? Because they're trickster totems. I mean, yeah, the coyote is the grand arcana of, but come on, especially if they have 9 tails. Some of those instructors, though. This makes sense, right? If the only thing that is real is love in this situation, says the higher self, then there's a way of strategizing this and asking for the help that you can be what? Sly as a fox with a loving intention here, right? And what would that do? You'd be transcending convention, stuffiness, and predictable behavior, instead of dealing with this in an unhealthy way. But it really does depend on whether or not you choose to open the mind, see this differently. Just saying. And no one else can do that for you, but like my guides say, it can be delayed but not prevented. This week, next year, next life, 10 lives from now, up to you. It's fine. And they're very loving about it, which sort of makes it worse. Let's ask Lord Ganesh. 3 atoms in lead that are not in gold. Consider them obstacles. Lord Ganesha removes them. But he is the Hindu elephant-headed god of success and prosperity and wealth and just beauty and amazing, but mostly in the West, known as the remover of obstacles. How their head, they just knock down a tree, or their trunks can like whip it out of the way. But he's magnificent, and this deck is gorgeous. Angelo, Heartfield, Whispers of Love. This is Whispers of Lord Ganesha. Let's see what he's got to say for you. Yeah, please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call to the beloved Lord Ganesh, please, one card in clarity. For the Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Suns, and Cross Watchers, watching this video, receiving this reading to help them alchemize the Trickster in the 8th. 4 of Blades on the inner, High Priestess on the outer, opening their minds. The only thing that's real is love, and there is a strategy available if they ask. What is your guidance, grace, love, wisdom, power, oracle, message to remove the obstacles, allowing lead to become gold for the Virgo collective and Cross Watchers this full to new October 2022? Understanding. Look at the elephant's eye. I do believe the corn is as high. Oh, look, is that an image? Yeah, someone fucking screen grabbed that. I don't know how to do that. The corn is as high as that elephant's eye. I mean, is there anything more soulful? Maybe a horse's eye, unless they're mad, you know, then it's a different gig. Elephants. I love Lord Ganesh. Goes right to my heart every time. Every time, it always has. Card number 13. Let's understanding. I just gave an Oklahoma reference, didn't I? Please take a nice deep breath. Okay, LAHOMA. Card number 13. Understanding. Clear vision is the gift of seeing with not only your physical eyes, but also with your spiritual eyes. I think we can say with this third eye theme we got going on here, this is the right card. Through the eye of Ganesha symbolizes the state of grace that is reached through your willingness to do your spiritual work in this lifetime. Can be delayed but not prevented, your choice. As you focus on your life lessons, you reclaim the true meaning of your being. You have the talent and determination to continue on this course before you. The eye holds the key to your higher consciousness and your gift of awareness. Look for the deeper meaning in ordinary experiences. This is very High Priestess, by the way. What is a High Priest or Priestess if not a vessel through which the divine works? I'm having a clue moment. Work on being more observant. Remember to live in balance with your physical and spiritual bodies. I hope you heard that thunder. That just didn't see me like geek out for no reason. Take the time to look at your current circumstances from a different perspective. Free yourself from limiting thoughts and beliefs by allowing yourself to see beyond your beliefs and ideas. Accept that the fear from the past, Accept that the fear from the past, and even as you move forward, serves a greater purpose. So being afraid is not a sin. You didn't do anything wrong. We just have ideas. Some of them were just never true, and some of them had seeds of truth in them that are now bearing stronger fruit. Oh, write that one down. Imagine yourself soaring above the current situation and gaining a greater perspective. It is your ability to rise above the conditions that will benefit you and assist you in flourishing. Ganesha asks that you give yourself permission to be free in order to attain the joy that your heart desires. That's wonderful. Understanding. Now, understanding is the grace of the solar plexus chakra. Carolyn Mace, Defy Gravity. It's in my book, Words of Grace. That grace of understanding is sometimes the mercy you give yourself by saying, it's okay, I understand. I understand, we didn't know. It's okay, right? So powerful and absolutely unlocks deeper cellular, intuitive, whatever you want to call it, knowledge and wisdom that we didn't even know we had. So there is a strategy through this. Just, call for it, ask for it, go into silence in the stillness of the High Priestess, and understanding will come. But I would ask Lord Ganesh too. Last card down, like I said, hidden blessing here. Gold hidden within that lead. So we are going to use Lucy Cavendish's Blessed Be. It is a Celtic, mystical Celtic deck of cards to bless, enrich, and empower. But I consecrated it to the pantheons of all pantheons. They send a nice delegation. Just covers everybody in the collective. It saves time, and really, they're lovely. Please, oh, here's the real tea. We do these blessings for real, particularly shadow reads. I try and keep it like, but this is, I won't say serious, but let's just say our crystal hardware. We convey, confer, whatever you want to call it, channel, I avoid that word, the blessings that come up here. So it just goes out into the interwebs. Please take a nice deep breath. It's like speaking to the UN. Still point. As I call upon the pantheons of all pantheons, all traditions, lineages, and cultures, delivering some TLC, please. One card in clarity for the Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video and receiving this reading. Please, what is the hidden blessing, the gold within the lead? Should they alchemize the trickster? Dealing with that Four of Swords on the inner, definitely third eye oriented, High Priestess on the outer. Someone's keeping secrets, they're keeping secrets, or there is a deeper depth of spirituality, wisdom, middle pillar kind of thing going on here, maybe even balancing mercy and severity with an opening mind, right? Being willing to allow oneself, I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas, because the only thing that's real here is love. In this situation, what they're dealing with, and for them to shift their focus back to love, even just for themselves, and not talk about it or act on it in old ways until they're really inspired to do so, because there is a strategy, a red fox strategy here for them, and the understanding of their spiritual path, right? That there's a purpose to what they're going through with all of this, with the blessings of Lord Ganesha to remove the obstacles. So, what's the hidden blessing? The gold and the lead. For the Virgo collective and cross watchers, this full to new, October 2022. A blessing for peace of mind. And guess what? She's the cover girl. She put the bass in her head to toe. Let your big raven squawk. Sorry. I love Drag Race. I'm not apologizing for that. Oh my God, by Morgan McMichael's woof. Card number 32, I believe that is. Now they got the curly Q writings in this one, so I double check. Yeah, that's 32, not a 52. I love what she's wearing. I would love to have a murder of crows as friends, but where I live, it's not really conducive. Although I did have a bunch of them swirling clockwise around the house a few years ago. It scared the neighbors. Well, what are you going to do? The witch is back. Card number, hey now, said hey now. Come on. A blessing for peace of mind. That's P-E-A-C-E, not the other kind, just to clarify. Please take a nice deep breath. Oh, we're going to do the blessing, and then I'm going to release the energy. If you want to come chat at the end, it's fun, usually. Let's see. Breathe. Still point. Pantheons of the divine, please convey and confer this blessing through me now. A blessing for peace of mind. A blessing to help soothe the mind at storm with itself and bring about calm and peace once again. When you awaken and trouble is sitting there with you, right on your shoulders, speaking to you of all you must fret and be fearful of, let this blessing come to you and be felt truly in your mind. where the turbulence has reigned for too long now. Let the quiet of the natural day steal in. Let the soft call of your spirit whisper to you that you have worried too long and that it is time to set down your burden, and let the angels and spirit beings deal with what cannot be unraveled by the labyrinth of thought. The mind can't really heal itself if it needs healing, by the way. It's got to be the heart and the spirit. Let it go, shadow read. Let it be, for it is not for you to do what others will not, cannot, or remain ignorant of. It is for you now to take care for you. Let peace, that quiet blessing, softly take up residence in your mind and speak calming words to you, soothing every objection your mind at war with the world creates. Let the nurturing of the mother, the planet herself, who loves you so and cares so much for you, take hold and take root within your mind. Let yourself only do what must be done this day, and be very kind and very gentle all this time with yourself. Speak softly. Remove yourself from anything that provokes the disquiet unnecessarily, and calm yourself through the taking of moments to soothe yourself. Let your mind release, one by one, those terrible thoughts that have tortured you. Let your body relax and move. And in the movement, free ourselves from the stress and tension. Let the idea of being at war with the world, isolated and alone, go. And for a time, seek out only those who show kindness and sensitivity to you. Be patient with yourself. And in this patience, let the blessing of deep peace be yours. Blessed, blessed be, for the well-being of all. And with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So mote it be. So it is. That was lovely. That was lovely. Trickster, see it differently. Mum's the word till you know what's going on. Open the mind. Allow yourself to see beyond your beliefs and ideas. Shift the focus to love. There is a strategy in play that you will understand with peace of mind included. I love it. If you liked it, if it made sense, hit the thumbs up. Help the other Virgos and cross-watchers find it. That's how it happens. That's how it happens. Fine. I'm asking you. Do it as a service to the rest of humanity. You're a Virgo anyway. And if you want more of me here on YouTube and you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead. Might as well, because I'm not stopping, and I only get better every time I do it. And hit the notification bell, because sometimes I put them out as soon as they're done processing, and sometimes I save them up for a day because I got clients, because I do got clients to read for. But if you want the absolute every day, every morning, tons of content, me in a live stream, you can chat with me talking about the day, the magic, the astrology, always ending with a little prayer, a little blessing. Come to Patreon on Patreon. I love it so much. And if you are an artist, a creator, check it out for yourself. It's really good for Virgos because there's so much detail we can play with and we can customize it, and I love it so much. And if you want to book me for a private reading, there's a link in the description box. Booking a reading with Mal explains everything you were afraid to ask about booking a reading with Mal, but now you can, right? So go check it out. I love you. I love my Virgos. I love Virgos in general. And certainly I'm with you on this one. This one resonates for me pretty deeply. So may it be the very best and the very blessed of the waning moon for you. Reach out for help if you need it. And if I didn't say before, hang in there. I love you. Virgo power. Hail. Farewell. And blessed, blessed be.